Big Boys Neighborhood, your girl I-Day in the studio with Pardison.
Hey.
What up, party?
How you doing?
I'm doing great. I want to say congratulations, but in the album you say don't congratulate me yet because I'm not there yet.
We're not there yet.
Underrated is out. I'm going to have to say congratulations because I really enjoy this project.
Thank you. I'm glad. I'm glad.
I want to start off by asking you, now the cover is the picture, I'm assuming it's of your back and your tattoo that says Section 8. And I really want to know why you named the album Underrated and also why use that as a picture of the cover.
Because Section 8 is my brand, you know what I'm saying? That's me. That's like everything I stand for. That's what we work to build up. Everybody know what Section 8 is. That's like from the ball, you know what I'm saying? The 8 ball, you see the 8 ball and you know it's me. So I wanted to put that out there. At the same time, it's like, it's a picture of my back. You know what I'm saying? It's a broad back.
It's a big back.
You feel me? I put Section 8 on my back. And it was like a random picture too. But what it did was remind me of like the Nipsey album, you know what I'm saying? We had the Sloss and it just was fire. So I was like, once I seen it, like we had a different artwork and I switched it out immediately. I'm like, nah, this is the artwork.
That's what your heart felt.
Yeah, as soon as I seen it, I knew it was that, like, this is the one.
I like that you went with that. And something that I also found really interesting is how you start off the project with Not There Yet. Because you would think that when you're already putting out a project like this, that most people do feel, I made it. But in this track where you're starting off Underrated, you're saying, nah, I'm not there yet. Why was it important to start off the project with Not There Yet?
Because especially where I'm from Newburgh, New York. So any success that we saw, it looked like I made it. It looked like, yo, we done, we did it, we here. And I understand how far we came, but it's also like so much further that we had to go. And Not There Yet is like, it was like a real peek into how I was living, exactly where I was coming from. And that's why it's so relatable to people. People really like gravitate to that track.
It's something that you talk about in Not There Yet is the heartbeat of your daughter. And I love how proud you are of being a father.
Yeah, absolutely.
How has becoming a father changed you?
I mean, it changed tremendously. And I want to say, like, when I first had my daughter, I probably had like 1163. I used to remember the number. That's how much I had in my bank account. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
11, like, but since she came, she's just been a blessing, like a good luck charm. I linked up with Neil and Rich right before I got my daughter and whatnot, and they was just talking about how we could make stuff happen, and it just worked out perfectly. Like, we put in the work, and now she's here. She's a miracle. She's a blessing.
And she's beautiful. Congratulations on that too. Let's get into another record that I love. I love everything on it. I love it visually. I love it sonically. Shea Butter.
That's your jump?
Shea Butter is so dope. Like, even using that Shimmy Shimmy Y'all ODB sample, I want to know, were you pressured? Like, did you feel any type of pressure? Like, damn, like, I'm grabbing this classic and I'm about to sample it because it just not anyone could take that sample and flip it like that. Did you feel any pressure using that?
Nah. Once I heard it, I just knew it was. I know it was a boy. I knew it was time to go. Like, once I heard the instrumental, but I didn't feel pressure. I was just excited that we had got such a dope flip. Because whenever you use a instrumental or a sample and it's that recognizable, you got to do it the right way. So once it came out and I heard it and I was like, yo, this is fire. I was excited to do the record.
And then what about the music video? I think like this, like, you have to, it's like, it's not just such a sonic thing. Like, you have to watch it too, like visually, like what you did with that homage to ODB in the actual, I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Like, this is so sick. Especially when you go, I'm black, and it just turns into black and you just see the braids. I was like, yo, this is too sick. Was that your idea?
Shout out to Sage English. Nah, that's Sage. And shout out DJ Swanko who did the production on it. But like, those are my two team members that I really worked with on this, and it just came out fire. And ODB is such a big character and such a big, you know what I'm saying, a big icon.
Yeah, it's a hip hop specialty.
Yeah, it was only right to do it in that video. I had to show it more love than just the sample, so I had to bring it back.
And it wasn't the only person that you show love to, though. Even throughout the project, and even on that same record, you still shout out LL Blue Cantrell. I was like, what?
Yo, this is like going into like how old I am. You know what I'm saying?
I was like, oh, he's giving it all up.
In the era I was raised in, like I've been watching this little BT all for the longest. You know what I'm saying? So I remember that era.
And then another person that you obviously show a lot of love to is Tupac and Peach, with that similarity to I Get Around. Like, I was just like, this is so cool. Like, why was that important to you to do that?
Oh, the Pac. It's funny because I've always gravitated to that music video from Pac because I like Pac a lot. Like, you know what I'm saying? I like what he stood for. I like everything about Pac. But that was like one of the videos where you got to see like the fun side of Pac. You got to see like, you know what I'm saying, jokey Pac. And it was just dope. So I always had like images from that video like in my old iPad and all of that. And once I had the Peach record, it gave me an opportunity to to do something different visually. So I'm like, yo, this is the perfect opportunity. Throw a pool party, do it just like Pac did. You know what I'm saying? Bring back that feel and vibe. And then more importantly, I got to switch out the roles of the girls.
Yes.
So like, you know what I'm saying? I got to like diversify, if you will, just show like some of my fluffier, lovely ladies in there.
I love it. They showed a lot of love to them.
They show a lot of love, so I had to show them love back.
Now, something else that you mentioned, one of the lyrics says, like a rose in the concrete, I blossomed out of the curve. Yeah. Obviously, that's a homage or a nod to Tupac as well. Thanks. Do you see yourself as that rose that grew out from the concrete? Absolutely.
Absolutely. If Newburgh is not the concrete, I don't know what
is.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a violent little city, and it's one nobody knows about. And it's one like not a lot of people know about. So so it's like it's even harder to get your message across. It's even harder to get out. Like I didn't have nobody that I could look to. Nobody could mentor me for what I was about to do. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Because there was no examples and nobody that had made it out of there. Nobody could co-sign me and be like, yo, he's hot. Yo, you gotta listen to him. You know what I'm saying? So it was definitely concrete.
You gotta do it. You gotta do it on your own.
I had to make every mistake. I had to learn every lesson myself. It was no blueprint. I created the blueprint.
I think that you create that vivid image of what it's like growing up in your hood on Rodman. Like you say something that says, I went to a funeral and nobody cried because it's every day not a surprise. Yeah. What were more of those hardships? Because I grew up in the hood where it's like you almost become numb to that. It's like, oh, the homie got killed. My homie was 12. Like my other homie got killed. He was only 11. Like,
yeah, right.
And we become almost numb to it, you know. But I feel like I don't know if it's a thing of either growing up in like obviously not the same hood, but growing up in areas like that where like this does become a norm, but it's not okay.
It's not. It really is a norm though. Like you know what I'm saying. Like and Newburgh is so small and so close knit. That's why I say like St. Luke's a lot. And I branded that too because St. Luke's is like the one hospital we got. And in that town, like if you live in Newburgh, you was born in that hospital. And the sad reality is half of the people that are born in that hospital die in that same hospital. You know what I'm saying? One way or another. Like and we all know each other. Like so anybody you beefing with in Newburgh, like you knew his cousin or you knew his sister or you used to talk to somebody that used to talk to that's how
someone.
Yo, you feel me? That's how small it is. And it still be so violent, which is crazy. Like so
Sucks.
If it's a funeral, it's like I bet it's going to be both sides in that funeral. If it's a funeral for him, both sides in that funeral as well.
What are some changes that you would like to see in Newburgh happen?
I feel like the change has already begun for real. I feel like just doing like even doing this interview right now is like giving hope. We did James Corden last night late, you know, the late show.
Wow,
and it's
congratulations.
Just seeing being on TV from Newburgh, having a platinum record with Cardi B, doing stuff like that is all changing because now I'm seeing young kids rap. I'm seeing more music videos. When I had first started, it was like a standstill. It wasn't no music videos coming out. Yeah. It was very rare. But now people seeing it's possible. I see a lot of people getting involved in the community. We did a turkey drive.
Go ahead. How did that go?
It was amazing. A lot of people came out, and people came out not even just to get turkeys. A lot of people just came out just to be a part, you know what I'm saying? Just to see the giving back and the smiles, just to be around, take pictures.
Just to be there.
Yeah, because when there's when there's no light, it's like hopeless, you know what I'm saying? When there's no hope, it's chaos.
It's true.
So for it just to be able to be like a little beacon right there in the city, it's amazing. So I see the change.
And you are that beacon because like you said, you know, I feel like the next generation saying that, it's like, yo, if Party could do it out of here, like I can too. You're giving them that bit of hope.
Absolutely.
Did you get a chance to talk to Dennis Rodman about the record at all?
Yo, Rodman did hit me up. He hit me up. And it's weird because he just sent me a video. Like he sent me a video of himself. He's like, yo, I love that fucking record, bro. I love that record. My kids love the record. We can't stop playing that thing. You know what I'm saying? So he sent me like 2 autographed jerseys and whatnot. So yeah, he's been real cool about it.
Why did you choose to give him that love? Because I feel like in hip hop, obviously we get Michael Jordan, we get Kobe, we get LeBron, Curry, but very rare. I mean Iverson, but very rare does Dennis Rodman get love. Why did you choose to talk about him?
He's one of the icons though.
Yes,
like, you know
he
what
is.
I'm saying? He's one of the icons. When you ever look at, I like to look at things and then look at the people who changed the trajectory of it. Like and Dennis Rodman made Allen Iverson seem like, all right, this is normal. You know what I'm saying? Like before Dennis Rodman, those tattoos and the crazy hair, that was like, you know what I'm saying? That
Yeah,
was
you can't do that.
Yeah, he was iconic in that, right? And then that's kind of like my style. That was like kind of my style of play. Then I was real dirty on the court, rebounding, fouling, like, you know what I'm saying? That was type my role. So I always mess with Dennis Rodman.
Did you ever think that this record was gonna take you to your hoop dreams and NBA 2K20 getting on that soundtrack?
When they told me I got on 2K, I almost broke down and cried.
No,
like,
really?
Like, I swear, I went to them. I went to Neil and Rich. Like when I first, they was like, "Yo, what's some of your goals?" And I was probably like get signed, put out an album, and NBA 2K had to be second or third.
No way.
I played the game so much that like it was like for me, for one of my songs to be on there, and I know all my boys is playing it and hearing my record, like it's crazy.
How did you first find out about the news that you made the soundtrack?
First it was just a submission. So I was like, all right, we gonna submit some tracks. I was like, all right, that's step one. And then like a little while later, it's like, yo, they like the record, they want to do this. So I had a whole little party in my own crib, whatnot.
Another track that I want to talk to you about is Sometimes, and this is why, because something stood out to me.
Yo, she did her homework. She did. Like,
this is something.
She lived with this. I want to tell you, she lived with this project. She went through it.
I did. I actually listened. I'm gonna tell you why this track actually made me laugh. And the line where you said, "Good Lord, forgive me for the shit I stole from Target."
Facts.
Oh my God.
Absolutely.
It literally took me back. This is so embarrassing. It took me back to the first time I remember taking some shit from Target. I wanted these ugly ass Spice Girl looking chunky white shoes. I kid you not. I left my dirty ass shoes in Target, wore the new pair, and left.
Walked out, right? She know how to do it too. I pulled that same.
I was like, look, they're mine now.
Yeah, I got them on.
What was the first thing you stole from Target?
Something stupid, like one of those little bouncy, yeah, balls, just like something stupid like that. But no, I'm still an active thief in Target.
Oh,
yeah,
are you?
Yeah, very active.
Have you like
catch me if you can, motherfuckers? You feel me?
What are some of your ways? Leaving things under the cart, putting.
That's a go-to. You know what I'm saying? Leave the water under there. They don't check, whatever. But no, I just feel like as if I got to do self-checkout, right? If y'all like, I have to go scan these items myself. I have to bag them myself.
Right.
I'm going to pay for 95% of the content, but like the batteries is free. Like that's my little gift to myself for, you know, properly checking out and bagging my stuff. Yeah, bro.
Yeah,
you're
for scanning everything.
I'm not about to pay for these batteries.
Nah.
Bro. No, for what? No.
I love that you put that there. It literally took me back to my childhood. I appreciate it. Another record, Pay Your Bills. It's the man version of Destiny's Child's Bills, 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 but you're answering back like,
Facts.
yo, I want to take care of you. Like,
Facts.
this is what I want to do for you. Where it's Destiny's Child, like, can you do this? Like, kind of sass. It's like, yeah, I can, and I want to.
Now what?
Now what? Is that something that you actually live by?
It's something that I'm fortunate to be able to do. If there's ever that fortunate young lady, you know what I'm saying, and we get in that position. But
awesome.
Yeah, just the ability to do it is the amazing thing.
Spoil her, taking care of the nails.
I mean, especially if it's somebody that's out here doing what they supposed to do, you know what I'm saying, acting right, taking care of you, taking care of all of that. Like, why not? Why not do that?
Thank you. You need to say that louder to all the men in the back that don't know how to treat a woman. You hear this?
You got to, because it's somebody that want to. You feel me? So you better.
I honestly, I want to congratulate you on the project itself, but I want to get into some personal things.
Hey.
Your feminist tattoo, why was that important for you to, ink it on, put it on the skin?
Just like any of my other tattoos, like anything I believe in, like I put the Section 8 as big as I could on my back, like you seen on the album cover. It was something I felt, and it started off, somebody asked me after I had my daughter, and I talked about like just different ways I felt about like women and just the way, you know what I'm saying, treating them differently, just like little things like that. And the joke came up like, oh, you a feminist now? And I was like, nah. Like I thought he was like trying to come at me. So
right.
I'm like, nah. But then when I had a chance to actually look it up, I was like, this is not radical at all. This is human. Like, you know what I'm saying? I feel like everybody should be down for women's rights. Everybody should want women to be treated a certain way, have equal opportunities and advancement. So I'm like, yeah, and I felt like I would be the perfect staple to be an example of that.
Thank you for doing that.
Hey.
And, we have a really big election coming up where we are seeing more women nominees or running candidates for the White House. If you could choose anybody to be in the White House, any female, let me put this, who would you want to see in the White House and why?
Off rip?
Yeah, off the rip.
Off rip? I'm going Shelly. I'm going Michelle.
Oh, my God.
Yo, Michelle, please run. Please run so we could just, you know what I'm saying, restore order to the free world. Like, that would be my pick right there. And then OBZ back in the office, too, by default. Imagine. You feel me? By default.
the first man.
Yeah, yo, he gonna be the first man.
The first man,
yo,
imagine.
That'd be wild. Yeah. OBZ, Michelle, y'all gotta do this. Obama, put the bug in her ear, let her know to run for president, because we gonna come out and vote.
I think that a lot of people would be very happy if she did that. Maybe 2024, since she's already out for 2020.
Yeah, I think they probably just enjoying vacation. They like, all right, we just did 8 years.
Let us breathe, y'all.
Homeboy got the world looking like shit. So before we step in and try to fix it, we just gonna take these next 4 or whatever 8 years just to ourselves and our daughters. But.
Another tattoo that you got was of Nipsey Hussle.
Facts.
And one that I really appreciate more so than just the tattoo itself, but what you shared about the tattoo on your Instagram. For those people that don't know, why did you get Nipsey Hussle, and who else is on that part of your body where he's also at?
That whole arm, my right arm is like a tribute piece to anybody I felt like was able to speak their mind and speak for positive change and speak radically, and regardless of outcome, regardless of circumstance, whether it had been the popular opinion or not. So I got Malcolm, Martin, I got Muhammad Ali, I got Bob Marley, and I got Nipsey, and I got Tupac. You know what I'm saying? Another one. And I felt like I had met Nipsey twice or 3 times. And he was like always an inspiration before. Even with my Section 8 and my St. Luke's brands, I had seen what he had did with the Crenshaw.
Yep.
And I seen people in Newburgh wearing a Crenshaw shirt. I'm like, yo, they probably never been over there. But the fact that he was able to unite the city under one brand, you know what I'm saying? And you knew it was him when you seen it. You knew what he stood for. You knew what he was about. I thought that was super dope. And that's why I ran that. I ran that same thing, trying to unite my neighborhood. And he had the Proud to Pay campaign. I did that with my first mixtape.
Yeah.
I'm like, yo, it's free for y'all to download. It's free everywhere. You don't gotta buy it. You can listen to it for free. But if you really support me or what I'm doing, and you'll be proud to pay for this, like just like I'm proud to rep y'all. And so he was just always so motivational to everything I'm doing now.
And
so
inspiring.
I felt Nip was one of those people that definitely deserved to go along with that list.
And thank you for paying that tribute to him. And now we do hear the marathon continues. How do you take that personal and make sure that the marathon does continue for you?
Yo, it's always a striving thing. I listen back to his interviews now, even to this day, and I remember him saying like the only thing that separated him from anybody else who had wanted to be a rapper or anybody else who wanted to make it at anything was that he didn't give up. You know what I'm saying? He said I was just persistent. Like I didn't have all of this figured out. I didn't have everything. I didn't know everything. You know what I'm saying? I lost a lot. I failed many times, but I was just persistent. I kept going. That's the only thing that separated them. So it's always little gems and stuff that I take with me and just try to apply it to my life.
I like that. I also love that you share a lot about God and your relationship with God and your blessings and just having that belief in the man up above, or it could be a woman. I don't know what it is. Why do you open up about that?
I mean, that's my background. That's my belief. I was raised in church, and
did you sing in the church, in the choir?
Yeah, what was I? I was in a choir. I was in the Sunshine Band. I was in youth church. I was in everything. Anything that you could be in church, I was in it, 100%. I was there 5 days a week. Very active. I feel like that's where I got my confidence to perform at. You know what I mean? Like I was already in front of older people. I was in front of a whole church singing and whatnot.
Like I was ready.
Yeah, so
God put me here.
That's where I got my ability to perform.
And it shows, honestly. And in this project, Underrated, I think that it's a full circle, so to say, because Underrated is the perfect fitting title for somebody like you, because I feel a lot of people, when they hear Party, automatically they link you to Cardi, right? Mm-hmm. And that's great and all, but I want you to tell people, like, how long has this grind been going on way before the success with working with Cardi came about?
10 plus years, for sure. So
what was that journey like for you?
Overlooked and underrated is like a common theme, not only with me, like where I'm from. Mm-hmm. Like we got super talented people in Newburgh, super talented, whether they be hoopers, fashion designers and stuff like that. But being that it's so small and it's like a little disconnected from New York City, it's about 60 miles out. A lot of people go overlooked. Like a lot of recruits don't come there. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's just like it's always overlooked and underrated. So I felt like it was a common theme.
But I mean, now fast forward to where you're at, you're here, and I feel like there's still so much more work to do. But talking about that relationship with Cardi, what did you, because I feel like she had a lot of haters early on. People wanted her to fail or be a one-hit wonder with Bodak Yellow, and then she dropped Invasion of Privacy.
Look at her. Look, like, before they were saying like, yo, she couldn't do it because she was a stripper, like, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Or she was loving hip-hop. Now every girl, now every girl is a stripper. You know what I'm saying? Like, look at every rapper now. Like every girl that rap now, they look like strippers in their videos. They look like this. Like, so she like the new blueprint. She the new wave for all of that that's going on. And that's what it's about. Like taking people's doubts that they project on you and then flourishing and turn it around. Now she made a new wave.
You saw that early on from her?
I can't take credit for that. I can't take credit and say that I seen it or whatever the case may be.
Well, I'm not saying take credit, but is it something that you felt from your perspective? Not even like saying
for me
I made her. No, just from your experience with her. Yeah.
She's always had her way. She's always been a star. Like before any music came out, before Love and Hip Hop and Mona Scott found her, she was always on the gram just speaking her mind and living her truth. And anybody that's not afraid to live their truth like that and be transparent, that's why people gravitate to her. Towards her. Yeah, like she was saying stuff that people thought and was afraid to say. So she's always had these characteristics about her.
Yeah, I've been following Cardi for a really, really long time, like way before. I think she had just finished stripping and she was on these tours. I found her on the Explore page randomly and I'm like, who the fuck is this girl? I love her for just what she said, just how raw she is and authentic and speaking her truth no matter what. And I didn't know what she was up to. I didn't even know that she rapped. I just know she liked to host. She'd be like, she's going, I was like, damn, this girl travels everywhere to host.
Bro, that's crazy, right? Like I feel like she started, was there other internet personalities before? No, like I don't know, like that was getting booked and go. Like I used to bring her to Newburgh. She would pack every venue out. Like
she was killing it, and I would see her numbers grow. And I remember telling everybody like, "Yo, we need to talk to this girl. Like I don't know what she's gonna do, but she's gonna blow up." So it's really nice to see her and her success as well. Now, somebody else that you got to collaborate and work with is Kanye West. Yeezy. How was that experience like?
I mean, it was great. Yeezy's like my hero, like, you know what I'm saying, like a role model, like a icon. Like I tell people all the time, I used to listen to College Dropout and go straight to the end.
Over and over again.
Yeah, just go straight to the end. You know, the outro where he's talking about how he got his deal.
Yeah,
and like
I love that part.
Just hearing his story, just hearing him talk about the story. I didn't even know what an A&R was at the time.
Yeah.
But just listening to him talk about like, oh yeah, I had to move out, I had to go through IKEA, blah, 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 da, da, da. And I'm like, yo, he really made it. Like, and I love this album. I love this. I love hearing this story. So, yeah.
Was there something new that you learned about him that you didn't either expect or know prior to getting to meet him?
Yo, he's funny. Like he's really funny. Like, you know what I'm saying? In his own kind of way, yeah, he's funny. He got jokes.
Yeah,
he got real jokes. Facts.
What was during this time you went to Wyoming, right? This was when it was the 7 Records, and this is for the Ye album, and also there was Kid Cudi doing the Kids See Ghosts with Kanye. There was Nas doing his album, and Teyana Taylor. Did you get to link up with anybody else? Pusha,
bro, all of them was there. Everybody that you named was there. Nas was there. Chance the Rapper was there. Everybody was there, and he was always saying like, I feel like I got the Apple, like you know how like they created Apple, like Steve Jobs, and he had all the best people in the world.
Yeah,
like I got all the best people in the world right here. We all working on like some shit. Mike Dean was there, like what's my boy name? Pierre, is like he had everybody there possible. So it was like a star-studded event.
Do you know? I would like to see a collaboration with you and Teyana Taylor. I think out of all those projects, she got robbed. Like I want 7 more. I could eliminate every single project that came out from that and just give me hers and add 7 more.
No disrespect to none of them, but I told them, I said, yo, Teyana got the coldest project out of everybody.
Fire.
Yo, Tiana's was, she's an amazing talent. Her and that project was phenomenal. Like I want a video for every song. I want her to perform it everywhere. Like Tiana's, yo, if you're watching this, that project was crazy.
Yes, it was. I'm telling you, I want to see you guys come together on a track. Because
I
know that you can sing. I was lurking through your Instagram and I see you singing some R&B. You could sing.
Bro,
you really can. I'm serious. You really can.
Cap.
I'm not capping.
Don't believe it.
Party.
Don't believe it.
Look
LA.
at me. Look at my face.
Don't believe it. Cap.
Lift up your shades. Look at my face. I really think you
Cap.
can sing. You can sing.
I
You grew up in church.
got one record. I got one record. And got auto-tune on it. Don't believe it.
Don't be downing yourself. Make it happen. I want to hear it.
So not only does she want me on a record with Tiana, she wants me to sing on it.
Yes.
She wants me to sing with one
You
of the
can sing
nicest,
rap.
one of the nicest vocalists ever. Like you feel me?
You're gonna do it. You're gonna do it. It's gonna happen, and then
Yo.
we're gonna play this back, and you're gonna see how I manifested that entire collaboration.
I'm gonna take that. I'm gonna take that.
It's gonna happen.
It's gonna happen.
If you could collaborate with, let's say, top 5 artists, who would it be? Who's on your list? People that you haven't gotten a chance to work with.
Easy.
Go for it.
Jay-Z, Beyonce, Adele, Ed Sheeran.
Okay.
One
more.
Rihanna.
Rihanna.
Yep.
See, you mentioned Adele and Ed. They're singing asses.
I'm gonna rap though.
Are you gonna rap? You're not gonna sing along with them?
I'm gonna rap. Nah, I'm definitely gonna rap.
I would like to see what that's gonna sound like. What would you like to be remembered as artistically, Party? Like how?
Oh man.
Have you thought about that?
I have, and I think the only thing I can come away with is that I was a real person. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's a full circle. I feel like in music, a lot of artists, they kind of get boxed in. Like, and I think it comes from the fan base. Like, if they get success with one thing, like they kind of try to stick to it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, and they you know what I'm saying? They just do it. Like, but I feel like even with this project, it's full body, it's full circle. You got everything. As far as a person, you got the struggle, you got the hard times, you got sometimes where sometimes I feel like this, sometimes I feel like that. You got I want to be good for you. You got all of these different emotions and these different outlooks, and I feel like that's what really makes me a person. And I feel like that's what makes everybody a person because we're not all one thing. We're not all. So I feel like I got something for everybody. I feel like in my music, I was really who I am, and I really shared that with the world.
Yeah, you really did. It wasn't like this linear project, which I don't think that life or anything is. And you really embodied that. If you could give yourself one piece of advice, your younger self, a piece of advice, what would that advice be?
Go and don't wait. I've done a lot of waiting. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I got to wait for this person or that person or this might happen or that's going to happen. And I would tell me, like, that help that you're looking for never comes until you don't need it. You know what I'm saying? That help that cosign that you want is not going to come. Just do what you got to do. Just work hard, like, and believe in yourself. That's it. Like, I know that sounds hella cliche.
No,
but put out what you want to put out. Do what you got to do. Don't look over your shoulder. Don't worry about other people's opinions. Because people will project their fears and their negativity on you. Like, but if you do that, this is going to happen. How do you know? You've never done it. You know what I'm saying? You've never done it, and you don't know what's for me. If people feel like they can't do something, they definitely going to tell you that you can't. So I wouldn't wait. Definitely wouldn't listen to no opinions and just go and trust myself.
You heard him. The man has spoken. Party,
Right.
Let everyone know where they can stream your music, find your music, find you. Underrated is out now.
Hold on. Underrated is everywhere, but I'm going to tell you exactly where it's at. I'm going to tell you exactly where
He's going to read a list.
I'm going.
He's looking for the list, and he's checking it twice.
I'm going. And it is on Spotify, Apple Music, SoundCloud, Amazon, iTunes Store, Artist Store, Tidal, Deezer, Napster, YouTube, and Dat Piff. So if you use any of these, it's probably on LimeWire too. If you still got that.
Hey, you heard that?
Go
LimeWire.
Yo, I gave so many computers AIDS with LimeWire, bro. It's unbelievable.
LimeWire and Napster. The kids will never know the struggle, man.
They'll never know. And if somebody knows what Deezer is, please tell me what it is. You feel me?
Let us know. We gotta Google that. What else can your fans be looking forward to, Party?
I'm going. Like you said, my visuals is always one of the things that I look forward to. It's one of the it's like my favorite part of this music. One of my favorite parts of this music. So more visuals for this underrated project and more music at the top of the year.
What, a debut album, maybe, possibly?
Yo, 2020, album is coming. It's I'm putting that out there. 2020 is an album brewing up.
Did you already start to work on the Brewed Up album?
I actually have. I got things that I've been wanting to say, and like I.
So can you tell me anything or not?
I couldn't really say it on the debut project, but
okay.
I felt like after y'all got this and y'all knew who I was a little bit, this will make a little bit more sense.
As to what's coming.
As to what's coming, exactly. So,
be on the lookout. 2020 party, Pardison Fontaine in Big Boy's neighborhood. Thank you so much. Congratulations. I'm looking forward to seeing you continue to grow and putting your music out there and getting the world to know who you are. Thank you so much for your time.
Underrated out now. Don't listen to it unless you want everything to change. Your favorite rapper ain't going to be your favorite no more. The people that you think is nice ain't going to seem that nice. So don't listen to it unless you want everything to change.
There you go.
Hey.